Breaking tonight, a newly released batch of 44 private server emails is shedding light on questionable ties between top Hillary Clinton aides during her time at the State Department and the Clinton Foundation. Now, with an estimated 33,000 deleted emails yet to be uncovered, some are wondering if the Democratic nominee is sitting on a looming October surprise. The Wall Street Journal reports, quote, if those emails do surface, she will try to blame Donald Trump or Vladimir Putin or WikiLeaks. But the fault will lie with Mrs. Clinton's willful deception and gross negligence about handling official state business that have left her wide open for an October surprise. Joining me now is Charles Krauthammer, Syndicated columnist and Fox News contributor. Charles, thanks for being here tonight.
My pleasure. So
will there be an October surprise, as that editorial in the Wall Street Journal today indicated?
Well, no one knows, but if it does happen, it won't be a surprise, because we've seen a small sample, a small number of emails that were not declared. We know that even within that small sample, there were at least 2 examples of self-dealing between the Clinton Foundation, which is a sort of a machine for siphoning money from rich, foreign, sometimes unsavory sources, into an organization whose one purpose is to create a network self-funded for Clinton cronies and hangers-oners, the administration in waiting, and that it was getting favors for the people who are contributing to it from the State Department. Now, that is so obviously, it may not be illegal, that you may not be able to prove a quid pro quo, but this sort of use of the foundation and then working with the State Department, whether it was Hillary personally or not, does not matter, to get favors is a form of corruption at the least.
And that's
now,
just what
if this comes out, this could be very, very serious.
And that's, Charles, just what we learned in these 44 new emails, this latest batch. We know that there's 33,000 that were still never turned over. What's in those?
Well, then the question is, will we get those? Is somebody sitting on them? Is WikiLeaks sitting on them? Are the Russians sitting on them? If they are, then, and they want to be either help Trump or hurt her for whatever reason. And remember, Putin he blamed Hillary herself personally for the demonstrations that followed his electoral victory when he won the presidency, which was obviously a fraud. He blamed her, the propaganda from Russia was blaming her, so he may have a reason. And if he drops this stuff, and you wanted to hurt her, what would you do? You would do it in the end of October, when there's no time to respond, and it could explode her candidacy.
Well, and to be clear, WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange has hinted that that may happen. He told a competing network that he might release, quote, a lot more material, noting that they are having so much political impact in the United States. So it's almost a hint that this is coming.
Well, it could be a bluff. We never know. The irony is she would know. She would know, generally speaking, what was in those emails and whether there is incriminating evidence, whether there was a quid pro quo. I doubt she would have put that in writing, but I could imagine that some of the stuff between staff at the foundation, staff at the State Department would give indications of favors. And if it came out in a mass among the 30,000 emails, I think it could have a very negative effect, a catastrophic effect on her candidacy.
And what do you make, Charles, of this new report out that the top Clinton State Department aide helped the Clinton Foundation? We're talking about Cheryl Mills, chief of staff for Hillary Clinton while at the State Department, that she got on a train, went to New York, and conducted interviews for the Clinton Family Foundation for a person to run it.
Well, I hadn't heard that, but assuming it's true from a reliable source, it's simply a symbol of what the entire operation was. People were coming in and out of the foundation. They were giving their cronies, their lackeys, jobs there, holding operation. They had $50 million in travel expenses, and this is supposed to be a charity. It was not a charity. It was a sort of headquarters of Clinton, Inc., and the fact that they did not draw a strict line between State Department and the foundation is, to me, astonishing, not because it's quite politically immoral, but because it is so stupid. it is so easy to discover, and in the end, so distasteful that it would, if you know you're going to run for the presidency, which I assume she did, then it makes no sense. But they did it.
Knowing she was going to run for president, keeping that private server, and as you say, you can't keep secrets in Washington. Charles Krauthammer, thank you.
Sure.